Hello. Yeah, so when I went to the loo, the lady next to me in the next bed, she said, oh gosh, you didn't sort of like walk to the toilet there without any problems. And I didn't really feel dizzy or any sort of side effects or after effects from the anaesthetic, so I was actually rather good on my feet. Pain-wise, for me it was extremely manageable. It's not like that for everybody. Some people really do suffer. You know, some people feel quite tight around their stitches and things like that, but pain wise I was fine. I found it very manageable, especially with pain relief for the first few days. You know, I was able to get up and walk and do things. So it wasn't too bad for me. I would say probably in the first 24 hours the most difficult thing was sitting up, getting yourself up out of the bed, you know, and getting yourself up out of the bed, and yeah, that's it really. Pain wise, it just felt as if I'd done sort of about 10,000 sit-ups, for me anyhow. I know that sometimes it's different for men because their stomachs are often more muscular than women's and things like that, and some women you know, do suffer a bit more, but I think maybe I was just quite fortunate. Eventually I went back to sleep later on that evening. I phoned home, spoke to everybody. I think they were all relieved to hear that I was alive and well after the operation. And the next morning we were woken up, we were checked periodically through the night, our blood pressure and our temperature. And the next morning we were told that we were going for a barium x-ray. Now this entails going down to a normal x-ray unit and being given the only way I can describe it is it tastes a bit like not a particularly nice cough medicine. It's got like a sweet taste to it, but it's also tinged with kind of like a bitter taste as well, and you have to drink that while you're stood up against an x-ray machine, and you have to take small sips and then swallow it when you're told to. That goes through your stomach, and they obviously check that that just goes through the actual band. The x-ray machine does actually tilt you about 45 degrees as well, so I ended up having to also go backwards slightly, but that was all fine, and then I was eventually wheeled back to the ward after that. I was told as well that the barium can have a laxative effect on you, but I was actually okay, so perhaps I just didn't have enough of it or something, I don't know, but yeah, it didn't affect me. About an hour or so before we were due to be released from the hospital, the surgeon came around to see us. A question that he did actually ask me was, would you have been okay to fly home today? And in all honesty, I would have been okay to fly home. And he said to me, well, he said, not everybody is like that. He said, you know, there are some people that have to stay an extra night in the hospital because they're dry heaving after the anaesthetic or something like that. And he said, I just can't take that chance with people, which is completely understandable. But obviously it still doesn't excuse the fact that his agent gave me incorrect information. And yeah, I mean, we had some soup before we were due to leave, and they gave us actually Dutch crisp breads. Now I don't know why, seeing as we were told that we had to have all liquids for the first 10 days, but I mean I couldn't really eat them at the time, and then obviously I spent the next day and a half in the hotel by myself. Obviously being aware of the fact that I had to spend Christmas by myself in the hotel, I decided to go for a walk to the shops, and I bought myself some, some fruit juices and some things like that to tide me over. So I did that. I did actually have a bit of gas pain in my shoulder for the first couple of hours, well, for a few hours the day after surgery, but I actually had some Remagels. I don't know whether they have them in America, because I know that you all in the US you tend to use Gas X strips, is it? But I used Remagel and they seem to help, but it was nowhere near as bad as pain that I've had before through drinking Alka-Pops. You know, sometimes when I've been out on a night out and I've drunk 6 or 7 Alka-Pops and I felt like I was going to have a heart attack just through sort of gas pain, but this was not as painful as that actually, so it was very bearable. But I did find that the Remagel helped, and yeah, I mean the next day and a half was spent in the hotel with one English channel on the TV to keep me company, which was CNN. So as you can imagine, that was news all day. And I actually took a Jackie Collins book with me for a bit of light trashy reading material. Didn't want to read anything too heavy while I was over there. So yeah, I mean, it was, I have to say, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day were exceptionally dull. It was a bit sad because obviously I wanted to be at home with my boyfriend and my family and all that kind of thing. But you know, I used my mobile, I phoned several times throughout the day, and just sort of potted around the room really. I didn't do a great deal. Again, I actually spent all day in my pyjamas and the pain was extremely manageable. I had a shower, kept the dressings on because we were told to leave them on for about 10 days, and everything was fine. Everything was absolutely fine. All I can say is that I don't have any regrets whatsoever about going through with that surgery. If you're like me and you've fought with your weight all your life, then and you're thinking about doing it, then I would say go ahead, you know, do it, because I don't have any regrets in the slightest. Weight loss so far, I've lost 17 pounds. I am going to do more videos on the kind of things that I've eaten, the kind of things that I've not been able to tolerate, the things that I am no longer able to eat and so on, and other issues and so on. But I'm going to leave it there for this evening because this is my third video. But absolutely, you know, it's the best thing I've ever done. I know that this year is going to be the year for change for me, and I do hope that if any of you have any questions or concerns, or you need reassurance, you know, please get in touch and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. Because you know what, this could be you as well. You could be getting banded, and it could be just what the doctor ordered for you as well. All right, well, take it easy, and I'll speak to you soon. Okay, bye.